Hello ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd come back just to show you the finishing touches to this sort of fairy house, castle, whatever way you do. I'd just put some highlighters in the windows using glossy accents so that it sort of looks more like windows, and unfortunately you can't show the sort of light glow of the light reactive powder I put in the clear glossy accents so that it sort of gently glows after dark. Yeah, so what I'm doing is there's a couple of minor sort of things when I was doing this, and I've got some paints from, they're sort of like 3D paints that come in a tube, and I've just been experimenting with them and putting some sort of little marks on there, perhaps do some flowers and that. Where there were sort of marks in the actual lining paper before I painted it, because I was rushing, obviously. So, but I thought I'd put in some little things to sort of add a little bit more character to it. And where I see there's problems, which I have done, I'm going to try and sit down to do this, and I'm hoping you're going to see what I'm doing here. Okay. These just come in a tube, and I got this sort of local education shop. Sometimes you can find some fabulous things in there that are meant for children, and they work equally as well for us. This takes approximately 5 hours to dry, and it sort of like goes all 3D, and it dries beautifully. So I'm going to be adding a few flowers. I've added some other flowers from my collection there. And obviously, you know, the thicker you do this, you know, the thicker it appears. So what I'm doing is just literally adding to places where I feel that it's going to look nice. I hope you're seeing this. I hope it's not out of shot. I don't want to put too much on it. So I don't know which lucky little girls are going to be getting this, so we'll have to see. Okay. In other words, just adding a little bit of character. Okay. I don't want to do too much because I don't want it to look too busy. So I should just put one or two little bits here and there. So that it looks like it's sort of a, you know, some pretty flowers and plants growing up around the door and what have you. I mean, you can do all sorts with these. I mean, you can add brickwork, stonework, do it in a 3D way. So what I'm going to do now is add a few leaves. Let's see if I can put something on this side. I think I'm just going to do a small one here, and that'll be it. I'm always afraid of overdoing things, you know. Too much, you know. And I think these are lovely, these little 3D things. It comes out sort of like a gloopy thing, and then it dries 3D. I hope you're seeing this, gosh. Right. I'm going back round here, and I shall just add, I think, just a few leaves. I've had fun doing this. I mean, real fun. You know. Don't want to put too much on because, you know, it's like anything else. I've already started another project, and I'm hoping to share that with you too. Don't have to be too precise. I mean, sometimes it's sort of, you know, you can just cover it in flowers. Gosh dear, I keep going out of shot here. Sorry about that, folks. Just a little bit of suggestion of leaves. And here. Very awkward. if you have any questions about this, I'm sure you can message me. Don't forget to subscribe. I was going to do the hat I talked about in an earlier video, but I discovered that really it was very difficult to get hold of the hats, and I was hoping if I'd shown the tutorial on what I did with the hat, it would be helpful for somebody to sort of follow me along as we went. Just a few leaves. Don't overdo it. Just a few little leaves. Here and there. We're too precise. Okay. I've just had such fun doing this. It's let's see what I do here. I'd like to add a flower or something, or some flowers. Just 1 or 2 leaves to. It's not perfect. Not an exact science. Right, put the lid on that. Try and find a colour that's, that will blend in nicely, but I think I quite like this colour here. I should just do some little purple flowers perhaps, so all I'm going to do is just dot it on, because it does swell up into 3D, so just a suggestion. Keep going out of shot here, because that's not going to be very helpful. These are lovely. These are 3D. Well, that's supposed to be an aroma pencil. Can you see that there? But it's not. It's do you see? It's quite gloopy. Oh, there's one that popped out there. Obviously an air bubble. You can add. Okay. Right. I'll have to put some leaves on that again. I'll come off that. Just a little suggestion of flowers. There we go. Obviously these are a new thing that I'm trying out, and actually I quite like using these. So I got this in a children's toy sort of educational shop just before Christmas. I'm buying things for the family, and I thought, ooh, I could do something with that. And you get glittery ones as well, of course, which, if you like glittery things, then it would suit you down to the ground. Right. Yeah, that'll do. Just have to leave this somewhere then to dry, and you know, it's good to experiment with all sorts of things, isn't it, really? And yeah, beautiful. Yes, that's another good one. Perhaps one further down. Okay, there we go. Just had to come back and just show this as I finished it off. It's good to put this away, so. Okay, obviously when you're using it you get to know how the tube reacts. Okay. So now what I've we'll just recap. I put 3 tins together after first sanding them a bit, covering them with lining paper, painting them. I used cardboard to make the windows and stuck them on. I put some little bead ends on the doors. When I put gosh, there's still a lot of bits and pieces on this. I used felt, and I cut it slightly larger than the 3 jars stuck together here, and then I cut back to the line where I'd drawn it on the felt, snipping it, and I glued it up so it has the appearance of grass. Then I painted it with acrylics to highlight the windows. I stuck the red felt on the end after first cutting it in a wavy pattern up at the top here and here. And then you just, I've stuck on some flowers. I had a little pot there, just sort of like to add some interest there. And then I used some flowers from my collection just to pop on round the doors. So there you go, one little fairy castle house for someone to put their pens, pencils and paintbrushes in. And of course after dark it lights up. And if anyone wants some of this powder that I have, just please get in touch with me, because it is rather effective, and there's other ways that you can use it as well. So do contact me and get together and make some pretty sort of like fairy castles and fairy houses. Well, thank you so much for joining me, following me on this weird little journey that I went on, and I'll speak to you all soon. God bless. Happy New Year.